against us, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory are yours, now and forever. Amen.
Thank you, sister. Thank you, sister. Okay. Again, ladies and gentlemen, as I've indicated earlier on, tonight is a night where we are going to light a candle to celebrate the life of our brother here in Scotland. Again, I want to commend you all for turning up tonight in large numbers. This is a testimony that, yes, Hearne, Scotland was a true brother, a friend, a co-worker, a good partner, someone who, who could be socializing with. Someone, many of us have known within the community. He has taken up the passion for riding. And riding was one of the things he enjoyed. And tonight it's relatively sad, but I must say that by the grace of God, he's in a good place. So I expect some of his friends and family to really say something, a tribute, a little testimony of how you knew him, how Hearne have impacted your life, what Hearne have contributed to you as an individual, be it at home, be it on the job, and also socializing. So I would expect some of his friends and families
Those of you joining us now, we are here live at Laudat for a candlelight vigil in honor of Hearne, Scotland, who tragically lost his life right here. On behalf of Hearne News, we wish to extend our deepest condolences to the family and friends. And tonight you will hear from his friends and his relatives. This is the exact location where he collided with the flatbed truck right here.
Those who have candles, come up front so we can all be together.
Somebody can like I. Yes.
One, two, yeah, one, two, yeah. Yeah, one, two, one, two, one, two, go. One, two,
You don't like that one? I don't think it's just a little. Yes, I got up. Yeah. Yes, sir.
I guess you're the only one that's supposed to be. No, that's the only one I can That's not a fake one. That was a fake one. The wind is not cooperating tonight with them, but they are actually trying because it is very windy tonight. And as you know, with wind, the candles will be blown Yep. So pretty soon we'll be seeing viewing a slide, and the floor will be open for tributes from the friends and family members of Hearne, Scotland.
One, two, begin. 1, 2, 1, 2. So now we are going to take gather around the tent to watch a presentation of food. And during this time, we would like you to please be silent in order to respect him, but otherwise we're going to just take a moment to view these pictures.
Okay, that was it. I don't know about everybody else, but that was very emotional for me. I will always remember him. From now we will have brief words from some family members of him. So I believe we can start with his mom, Auntie Mary, Sister Mary. Please come forward to say some words.
Good night, everyone. Thanks for really making it here this evening at the candlelight service of my son, Hearne Joel, Scotland. I kind of appreciate what the families of Laudat is doing, strangers as well. It's the first time we are having such an occasion because I guess that is the first time something tragic has happened on our roads. And as a mom, it is kind of hard for me to really take it in, but I have to stay strong for the rest of the family members in doing what I have to do. I would like to make a kind of brief comments about Hearne. From the first day of the tropical storm, we just decided that we were going to stay together. So he came home and we were listening to the rain just falling and wondering whether there is going to be another hurricane or a tropical storm. The next day he got into town, and then I observed he brought up lunch. I was preparing lunch and he brought up lunch. So we sat at the table and he wanted me to explain who was really there when funeral service where we will lay him to rest, and we kind of hold him deep in our hearts and just think of him as all the goodness and the joys he has created in our lives. This is all I have to say. I thank everybody once again for coming. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sister Mary. And now we will call on Sister Matthew Danialis. And due to the interest of time, so sorry about that. So anyone who would like to speak, any family member, any friend who would like to come up and speak, please do so.
Hello, good evening. My memory of Hearne was not that very long. I played football with him for the Laudat team. I could recall him and his cousin Ruan in their tie-up, him and also Burani. I never had any bad memory of him. I know that from all his past life, as teacher from his mom said, he had a very short life, short-lived, and we'd never expect that today we are there and tomorrow we are gone. But Hearne was a very, very nice guy. I believe that we should take from the terrible moment that the bad past experience that happened and move forward. Life is short. As we know, anything is expected. We always expect the unexpected. And his very, very past moments was an enjoyable time. It was enjoying his time with friends and way up and hope to happen. So we should live from that, try to go forward. As I could say, as I said before, we was a awesome guy, wonderful fellow. And he shocked all of us. Get them in the morning at 3 o'clock hearing that the gentleman just passed away. No one expected it. Honestly, well, it hurts all of us. I can't really say much because I can lost the word right now. But
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, is there anyone else who would like to speak? Is there anyone else? And again, with the interest of time,
good evening again. Good evening. Please, I know there are some of you who are maybe shy, who don't know what to say. You can do it in just two sentences. You know, we really want, because I know some of you, of course, just looking at the images, and I know some of you here present, his friends. So it would be nice to really see some of his friends, you know, come and, you know, say a few words of how they would remember him. You know, so I'm looking forward to that. Of course, if I could just say a few words, him, very disciplined young man in the community, I must say. Very passionate, you know, in terms of like his football, his riding, you know, he always brings people. He will not pass somebody on the road and not say hello. You know, so he was a very, 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 you know, calm and gentle young man, I must say. You know, set of an example in the community. So basically that's what I will remember him for, a humble and gentle young man. Good night, everyone. So I must say on behalf of him, and he was a very, very good friend, good pal. Everybody know how he was in the village. One thing I must say about him, he was a very hard working man. Every morning, I would be passing in front of my house around 7 o'clock, going by Brani to get his bread, and that man at work on time. He'd be driving the truck, doing his thing, a very positive guy. After work, take a little free up, after then, that's it. I must say, that day was very touching for me. That is one of the most touching days I ever had in my life, because after we left Tropicini, these guys passed me around Mao area. On my way coming up to Laudat, it was me and my cousin Hearne. After we done the corner there, as I saw the bike. So I was like, there was an accident, man. So when we see anybody there, so as I drive up a little closer, when I got there, I saw that he was still there. And then that shocked me. So there was nothing that we could do. So it was called the ambulance, police, and wait until everyone could get there. My condolences goes out to the family, and it's a very tough times, but keep strong and keep motivated. We'll all get through this. I love it, my friend.
Is there anyone else who would like to say a few words of
Good night, everyone. I hate for me not to say something about you. You know, I know you have a lot of friends and family here. And
I want to say something. My nephew Hearne loved riding and work his tool, and he was a very good fellow, workman, dynamic boy, and I love him. But anyway, he's dead and gone, agreed. Another one will replace him. Thank you.
well said, sir. So my sympathies go to her family. And my experience with her was very short, but I've known her for a very long time. I got to know her as a 2-year-old. His mother was my teacher in primary school, and when on the break she would always allow me to walk him around the school, you know, just to try not to feel bored. So I know her a long time, but I'm much older than him, so growing up he wasn't part of my peers. But in recent last year, we worked together, started working together. He worked with my brother for some time, and my brother wanted me to tag along with him to work. So we did a couple weeks together, and I started getting to know him much better. And I moved on to the cable car, and then he came along, and we started working together from somewhere October or November of last year until he's dead. What I can say about him, wow, man, this guy, he was a stubborn guy. You know, we had our challenges at work because he's a smart guy and he may not, you know, take your advice at once. But when he realized that, hey, you know, but Hearne was a very, very, very smart guy. At work, man, this guy could solve a lot of problems. Although we had issues at work, but after work, we would hang out on my porch, we would there, we would laugh, you know, we had some fun. You know, he even got me to ride his motorbike. After 20 years riding a motorbike, he got me to ride a motorbike. And, it was a challenge. I never wanted to have a bike again. But they were like, no man, you have to ride that man. We want to see you. You just have talk, you just have mouth, man. So, one day I said, give to me, man. Then he was skeptical. Then Luan said, take mine. So they waiting. When I went up, I went down, I came back, I spin around. When I came back, nobody had anything to say. And one of the reasons why they didn't have anything to say is because there's nothing to criticize. It was well done. But we're going to miss Hearne. Hearne and I grew very close. We're going to miss Hearne. He's already missed at work. There's some days when I come around where we used to hang out and so on. I just break down. Sometimes people say, but why is wrong with you, but when you work closely with somebody and you got to know each other, it could be difficult, especially at work. I used to tell him, take it easy on the motorcycle and so on, but he was like, man, but this guy was the most careful rider I ever know. This guy rode a motorbike, and you'd never say that guy's ever going to fall because you'd not take risks, you'd not take chances. You'd laugh at him and say, boy, you have a bike that, you can wheel it out, you can do a thing. And he's like, no, I don't know about that, man. So, guys like me, they call me old school sometimes. Back then, I wasn't that cautious, and you're so cautious. And when my brother called me and said, sorry, if you know what happened to him, boy, I said, what happened to him? He got me in car. So I was like, crash, okay, so what is this like? He said, boy, from that to start from where? He said, me COVID out. I just get up one time and I started walking on the road because I had to see for myself, Because as a brother, I can tell you I learn a lot. When it comes to electrical, when it comes to reading plans and all these things, this guy was an intelligent man. One of the most intelligent young men in his peers, age group. That guy, slow to anger, but very fast to anger. I don't think we're gonna see another brother like that. But that was a real brother. You understand? That guy, he could give you, if you're his friend, man, you could have anything you want. Wasn't greedy. He was just a real brother. Because it's hard for all of us, but his memories, it was short, life was short, but we're going to remember him. We will remember him every day of our lives. We will remember him. Rest in peace, my brother.
Okay. So now is there anyone else who would like to say a few words?
Good night, everybody. I really am my close today, but as you know, he was like a brother to me. Since I was like 2 years, me and him raised up together. That's the most painful thing that happened to me in my life. I can tell you, coming there and seeing my brother on the ground, I don't know how I'm going to get over that. Every day I'm crying, but I can't bring him back. I have to roll it slow. But like I said, he was like a brother to me. Every day is like every minute I think of him, because anything I have to do before I call Alfie with my brother, blood brother, I'll call him and he'll be there. And so those was one of the best in my time growing up. That's so painful to my brother. Yeah. But as you know, that's how life is. I just hope like the whole family can deal with it and get over it. Yeah, that's what it is. I can't really talk too much because I don't get emotional already.
So the next person, Uncle Roland.
Corona, we're gonna I think Keep on, Yeah, good night everybody. Well, take a lot of courage when you come and talk on mic, but I talk from hurt and my emotion. I'm a very emotional guy. And hurt is one of the most intelligent young man in our age group. Not one, he is the most intelligent young man in our age group. And to me, Hearne is a brother. When we go out, once the Hearne high, all of us out. That's the kind of person he was. And to be honest, I was my father, I never felt that kind of way. Every day, the tears just run naturally because it hurts my heart to see him go, man. And rest in peace, yes.
So we now have Roland Matthew.
Roland Matthew? Roland James? Yeah, good evening everybody. It's true that everybody remembers Hearne for what he did, but I prefer to remember all the good times. I prefer to remember Hearne riding his bike every morning while I'm in the kitchen preparing breakfast. Then he'll go down and buy his biryani every morning. Same time, 1 after 7 and after 7. Can attest to that, right? Yes. Hearne was also one of the hardest working young men in the village. And I say that without a doubt, I would call him anytime to help me to do anything. Although I'm his older cousin, but we go riding together. And he was just a good guy, man. Very, very good guy. Hearne had his challenges like all of us. And what surprised me was Hearne had a turnaround in his life. Hearne was putting on weight. Hearne changed his life around. You could see Hearne really shining, and it's just a pity that death had to come and cut it short. But I'd just like to ask the family to stay strong. My mother especially, I know she's not taking it too good, and Luan, and continue to pray for us. I mean, the community has been giving us the support, so I just want to thank you all for giving us the support and continue to support us, because it's a very trying time for the family. It's not easy to lose someone so young, so sudden, and especially in the peak of their lives. So, well, thank you all for coming out again. It's not over. Anybody else who wants to come to say something, feel free. Give me a shout.
Good night, everybody.
Come to the camera. Like this, and put it closer to your mouth.
Good night, everybody. I'm Hearne's auntie. He was my most beloved nephew. Very helpful. But sometimes he used to be troublesome, but we all love him. His death was take an impact on all of us lives, on all my family, my sisters, and everyone in the village. But with the Lord's grace, I know he's in the Lord's hands, and I know he leave a great example and great love to everybody. And I'd just like to sing a song in memory of Hearne. That's right. And I want all the people to join with me. Okay? Okay, let's hear it. I love you, Lord. Oh, your mercy never fails me. All my days. All my life you have been so good. With every breath that I am ever on. I will sing of the goodness of God. I know my life is in the hands of the Lord. I just know that one day I will sing
wanted. So I just want to come and press everybody that come tonight and just tell everybody, especially my close family, to stay strong, because all of us have to pass through this road. And it is not an easy road, so we all take it to the Lord in prayer. And it is in the Lord's hands. Thank you. Thank you.
Is there anyone else who would like to say some reports?
Good evening, everyone. It's a really sad time that we really lose Hearne, and it's a loss. Like everybody said, in the morning, Hearne would come for his bread. Yes, we lose a customer, but we lose a friend. We lose an electrician. We could call on Hearne and he would say, well, I cannot come today, but I will come tomorrow, or I will come at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. And true to Hearne's word, Hearne would be there. He would be there. And Christmas is coming. I know Johanna will miss him. We love to put on the lights, and Hearne would come and set up our electricity for us. Up there, Hearne, something is wrong, you know. Can you come and check it? Yes, I haven't got transport. Meet me at that time. And he would be there. God knows, he was a nice fellow. Respect, yes. He will just be lost, because he was nice. He never disrespected anybody. He never made noise with anybody. I don't think he looked down on anybody. He was just a friend. So on behalf of my family and Johanna, they were so close, and it really worked on Johanna to see that she and Nathan were one of the first persons to see him. And she said, Mommy, I could do nothing for him. There's nothing more I could do but just watch him. And just, so it also left a really impact on her. But community, we need to be strong, and we also need to support their family in that time, and let us continue to have that real community spirit. I thank you.
Is there anyone else who would like to share another set of reports? Okay.
I do not know where to start. I do not know really where to start. Whether it's like, oh, I found out he was dead, or all the good things he has done for me. He was very, very, very supportive of me, I would say. Like, growing up, we were like twins. We dressed alike, we laughed together, sometimes say the same thing at the same time, but also, like Najo said, we were like Tom and Jerry. We would disagree a lot on things. But one thing I know for sure, that he loved me very, very much. And no matter what I do, he was always there. Like throughout my graduation, I don't know, any special events, like any special ceremony that, had to celebrate me, or his home celebrating me, I never thought of it like as a big deal or anything really. But for him, he was just so excited. He was always so excited, whether it's my birthday or anything. He said, oh my God, it's your... I was like, it's just another day. Relax, like honestly. But he always, always, always supported me, and I really, really appreciate that. So, I actually found out that he died on Emo News. Yeah, I was really, really, really busy that day, and I wanted to call him, and I was like, I'll do it later. And I saw on Emo News late night that someone got into an accident. And I was like, there was only a few people that I remembered who had bikes in Laudat. And I started seeing people commenting on posts. And I stared at that post and monitored that post throughout the night. And Naz was like, why didn't you call somebody? And I was like, I don't know why I didn't call somebody. I was just like looking at the post and seeing who commented and started eliminating the people who died, who said RIP. And then I realized like eventually it boiled down to 3 of my family members. So I was like, someone in my family is dead. And I was so tired that day that I fell asleep. And I woke up after 3 in the morning. And I remember scrolling through my phone and just trying to figure out, like, still monitoring the post, like, wait, who is that? No one is commenting, but I saw comments saying, like, the person died on site. And I was like, wow. Good. So, voice in my head, I recited a psalm saying, when my father and my mother forsake me, then the Lord will take me up. Teach me thy ways, O Lord, and lead me in a plain path because of my enemies. And I remembered sending a hat for my mother because I just had a feeling because of that psalm that it was him. Mind you, I never saw that psalm in a while. And my mother taught it to us as children. So when that randomly came in my head, and I'm still looking, and then another voice came in my head and said, it's me, dummy. It's me. You're scrolling Facebook trying to figure out who died, and it's me. He said, and I still have no confirmation because I did not call anybody because it was like 3 a.m. my time and I was just like, I don't want to scare my mom, so I don't want to call her and I don't want to talk to anybody. And then when I woke up early morning, I started seeing messages and it was accept my sympathy. And then I realized that it was him. And I had a Bible app on my phone and I looked at the verse of the day and it was about grace. And the verse of the day is usually random, so I was like, why am I seeing this? And I went on my day, like nothing happened. Because I usually try to like keep composure. I'm not that emotional, so I tried to keep composure and I went on my day like nothing happened. And then the next day, I went on the Bible app again, and then I saw Psalm 27, but another verse saying, wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he will strengthen your heart. Wait, I say on the Lord. And I think that point I started to break down because I felt like he was trying to communicate with me through that verse, that psalm that my mother taught us, Psalm 27. And it was just so hard for me that day. But I'm actually just being strong and trying to get through it, mainly for my mom and my aunt and really everybody, because sometimes people will call me and they're breaking down crying. And it's just like, what can I do? You know? But I try to be supportive. And I remember I scrolled trying to look for tickets and flights to come Dominica because I was like, I have to be there for him. I know you want me to be there for him because, like I said before, he's supporting me through everything and always celebrating my milestones. So he was very extra with me. So I know this is not a good milestone to celebrate, but I'm here to celebrate his death. And I'll always, always remember him celebrating me. And I'll probably do a better job at trying to celebrate myself for him since he's gone right now. Thank you.
Anybody else want to say a few words?
Good evening, everybody. Robinson Rule going to speak for the people to understand. Do you work with Q-tips to clean your ears? To hear carefully. We need to stand up for our rights. I'm talking too loud. It's not a joke. Hello? I look too loud. Can we stand up for our rights? Yes or no? Yes or no? We have to do that. If we don't, we'll be behind man face, not in front man face. No, with respect, all joke aside, let me tell you. Full protect innocent people. You see, I don't want to talk too long, neither embarrass myself, but with respect, any trailer, any machine, any transport that breaks down have a flat tire, within half an hour, take it out on the road, please.
Very well said. Yes, it's true. Very well said.
Within half an hour, take it out on the road, please. Otherwise, Susmayet, Falmapia, wherever.
Fire. Fire. Fire.
Yeah, let me anyway.
Fire. Fire.
Right, say it again.
Fire.
Fire! And don't take it for no joke. Put it in your pipe and smoke it. All of us. Can. Who doesn't smoke, don't smoke. Drink it. Or eat it. Bake it like a cake. Put it as a cheese on your pizza or whatever. That have to stop. Especially. Let me tell you one thing. I don't use illicit language. I have respect for the island. I just talking in general, by with the energy and the strength of the Almighty God. None of us cannot be stronger than it. Passez moins qu'à passer. Je jouerai pour l'instant. Et pour ne pas passer, net.
Good job, good job. Good job. Half an hour.
Within half an hour, take it out. Please.
Yeah. Good job.
Yeah. Anybody else? Okay.
It's me.
Okay.
So I would just like to say a few words myself. Gwen was my dear cousin, and today we are gathered here to pay tribute